Okay, this is my audience: Rachel, Maddie, Becca, David, and Alex. And this is my handout. It's just a little ALS thing. Thanks, Becca. Okay, so imagine what it feels like knowing you've lost control of your body and there's nothing you can do about it. You've come to the realization that your muscles don't work and are going to pass you before your time is up. ALS is an awful disease that takes many lives away, yet so many people are unaware of the ways that they can help and who it affects and all the organizations that there are out there. So according to the ALS Therapy Development Institute, ALS is a progressive neurodegenerative disease that affects the nerve cells in your brain and spinal cord. We all have motor neurons that go from our brain to our spinal cord and our spinal cord to the muscles in our body. But when those motor neurons degenerate, they stop sending impulses to the muscle fibers in our body that typically result in movement. So somebody with ALS is unable to move, and they have a hard time speaking, swallowing, and breathing like a normal person should do. In patients in the later stages, they often become paralyzed, and it's just not a good deal at all. But then according to the ALSA website, the first symptoms are twitching and cramping in your hands and feet, and then the weakening of muscles in your arms, hands, and legs, and also the weakening of muscles that help you talk and swallow and breathe. And the cause is unknown and there's still not a cure, but until then, patients are given a drug called riluzole that helps slow the progression of ALS and hopefully increases their life expectancy. And ALSA has found two main forms of ALS, and the first one is sporadic ALS, and the second one is familial ALS. And sporadic ALS is the most common form of ALS in the United States, and it affects 90 to 95% of the cases. And then familial ALS occurs more than once in a family lineage, and that's less common. It only occurs in 5 to 10% of the cases. So it's just there's different levels of it, different degrees of severity in your diagnosis. And now that you know what it is, you should know who it affects, and you should know that ALS doesn't have a preference. It doesn't matter your race, your ethnicity, or the location of the country you live in. It doesn't matter at all. It can affect anybody. But according to U.S. population studies, 5,600 people are diagnosed with ALS every year, and that leaves it to 15 new cases a day. And then ALSA says that 30,000 Americans can have the disease at any time. So right now in the U.S., 30,000 people have ALS. And then also according to the ALS Care database, 40% of the people that are affected are female, leaving 60% to be male. And then 93% of those that are affected are Caucasian. So it just shows that it can happen to anybody. And also there's organizations put in place to donate money to and just to help and give support. So there's ALSA, the Les Turner Foundation, and the Prize for Life. And ALSA is the only national nonprofit organization fighting ALS on every front, and they're providing hope to families and patients and just enhancing the quality of life for all patients and their families. But not only are families affected, or not only are patients affected, but their families are affected too, because they're becoming their caregivers, and that helps them with everything, because if you can't move and walk on your own, then you're going to need assistance. It's just inevitable. So it just affects a lot of people, and it's a really awful disease. And then not only are there organizations put in place, but there's also ways to create awareness. So in the United States, we recognize the month of May as ALS Awareness Month, and that just helps everyone in the community become aware of what's going on, and there'll be signs and things like that probably around the campus in your community. And then also there's the Walk to Defeat ALS, which is held in different states every year, and it everybody goes to it. It's really well known and just provides a lot of support and awareness. And this year it's going to be held in Omaha on August 15th, so there'll be a lot of supporters there. And there's also the Ice Bucket Challenge, which I'm sure you guys all know about. It's it happened this summer in the beginning of the school year, and according to MTV, you have 24 hours after you're nominated to dump ice cream on yourself and also donate money. But if you don't, dump water on yourself, then you supposed to donate $100, which obviously isn't mandatory. Like, you don't have to do it, but a lot of people did, and it created a lot of awareness and helped like a great deal. So that's just that, and like that goes to show there's a lot of organizations and ways to create awareness, and like we can still help and do all these great things in our community. But all in all, ALS is an awful disease, and it takes many lives away and affects many people, like not only the patients and not only like just our nation as a whole. And like it's just good to be informed about it, because if you know the symptoms, then you're going to be more aware of what's going on, and you're going to probably increase your life expectancy a lot more. And like we are like a single nation, like we should be able to support each other. So if you're aware of it, then you're going to be more supportive of those that has it. Just like, I don't know, it's just good to be informed, because imagine if you're the one brushing your teeth, or not able to brush your teeth, and not able to say I love you, or grab the TV remote, like it would just suck. So it's just good to be informed and know all about it. My computer went